How often am I up in Iowa? Yeah, well, hell, we come up for all the home games. Come and visit as much as we can. Love it here. It's a great spot, great college town. Anytime we get some free time to come up, we will.
Yeah. And what does it mean to you to see Rocco want to do this for a community that has gone through a lot?
Yeah, really proud of one, his choices so far in life. I mean, I just remember when I was growing up, and I wasn't really thinking about these kind of things, and just worried about where we're going out and doing all those things, school, and he's got a lot on his plate with football and his education, and now to just have that awareness to think about okay, making some NIL money, how can I be better at what I'm doing, and I think that's great. And part of the reasons why Iowa State was a great choice for him, the way Campbell has always delivered on the man, developing the man, and that's a big reason why he's here. And I think that just between me and my wife and what he gets here at school to do something like this is great. It's good for him because giving back is important, regardless of you got money or not. Whether it's time. There's so many people here with these shirts on that are donating their time. Just to be out here. It's really remarkable. Just the setup. It's I've been part of camps for 20 years, still my own, and just the way it's been run and everything, and the sponsors that are involved. It's nice to see everybody come together and do a good thing.
Did he talk to you at all before he decided to do this, or did you you probably, because you guys aren't obviously from here, but to be aware of something happening in the community close to Ames? I mean, was there some discussion? Hey, what's something you think I could do? Or,
I know he wanted to do something. I think that he had discussed maybe with the school and the collective, his thoughts and ideas. Perry was obviously a location that he felt, kind of fit the criteria, just wanting to help, what they've been through on and off the field. And he didn't ask me much. I mean, he's watched and kind of seen how our camps have gone since I was doing them in '06, and really he just came up with this, hey, let's do something, So, with the collective and the school just coming together and the sponsors, it's been really good. So just watching them do all this stuff and just talking to some of the people that are from this area, some of the coaching staff, the players, some of the help that's come out, the kids' parents. Everybody's just in awe. And it's not, Rocco is here, but he's got some really good players that he brought with him. That's always good when you're the quarterback. You got a little bit more pull with some of the better talent on the team. So that's nice for these kids. They may not know it at their age, but 5-10 years down the road, they're going to see pictures of this and Jaden Higgins and Noel and all these other guys that were here. It's important. I think it's great.
Both sides of the ball too. So he's
100%.
He's not just built a
right. Bacon here. Yeah. No, you're right. Well, that's important. You can't pigeonhole yourself as a leader on the team. You got to touch everybody, right? So that's great to see some of those defensive players here as well.
So really quick, growing up, has he been the type of kid? Was he the type of kid that was always looking to see what's something I can do beyond? Because when you're as good an athlete, and you went through that too, of course, with your, while you did, it's easy to be like, I'm all that, versus I'm good, I'm working to do the best I can, but there's also something I can do with that.
Right. I think from my experience, just the landscape of college athletes, there's a lot of good college athletes doing a lot of great things, and sometimes we don't get to publicize those things as much. It's because that really doesn't sell maybe as many papers as, something that happens to a player.
Yeah.
And, everybody's going to make a mistake or two in their life at a young age. And, for Rocco, I think he's got extremely high character. He's much more mature than I was at this time in my career where he is now. And I know that because I can see it. And he's always been like that, and there is a certain persona you have to have as a quarterback, even in high school when you're that guy, is, with all eyeballs around you, can you be the same guy? Can you be, the person you want to be at all times? And I think that's something that Rocco's always done. And, just really proud. I mean, and, when I was playing and growing up, my wife Deanne, she was the one that, kind of instilled those things. My wife's super caring, and he cares about people in general. He always cared about kids, always taking the time out. We live in a neighborhood back home, and there's a lot of young kids. They all look up to Rocco, and he takes the time to shoot hoops with them or have catch with them. So you see those qualities out of him. But it's also, he understands, when he's on the field, he's a different guy. You're able to kind of do these things, be passionate, be ultra competitive, but you got to know when to shut it down. You can't be that person like off the field. You got to have a good personality and know how to talk and just, you know, take time for people, because people got you where you're at, right? Sure. People got me where I'm at. Yeah. If you don't give back that time, then, you know, people see through that. And, you know, again, it's just how you want to be, and it's authentic. And I think for me, that's always how I tried to be. When I go home and see my buddies from grade school and high school and to this day, you know, they say you're the same dude. Like, those are the things you want to hear, because that's important. I think that's what I wanted to be. I didn't plan it that way, but I try not to change as much, because you can. It's very easy to change. Sure. And some people change because people have let them down, you know, in certain aspects, and it's not really their fault. But Rocco's doing a nice job right now, and I just love his teammates as well. They're great kids, man. They're just they care, and I'm glad they have each other to lean on, and they're showing it. You know, he's showing some guys to do things. Rocco's seen some other guys across the country do some good things. Blake Corum comes to mind from Michigan. You know, he did some cool things. I was like, man, that's awesome, and that resonates with guys. And then now you put it into action on your side. That's what he's done. So it's really cool to see.
Awesome. Unrelated to this camp, but you coached Keith Butler.
Yeah.
I know he's had a couple shots. Do you think he'll get another?
I hope so. I think he deserves it. You know, Player of the Year offensively in our league. You know, I love Hakeem. You know, Willie Harvey's with the Dallas Cowboys. You know, Mike Rose had a great season as well. Hope he gets picked up. He deserves to be in an NFL camp roster. Just really proud of what they've done. They're really core leaders for my football team. And, you know, they're not on my team because they're from Iowa State. I just know what I'm getting out of them. And they're players. They're ball players, you know, and they're young and they're driven. And, you know, yeah, they all want to be at that level. I think, you know, when you talk to Hakeem, he's really present about where he is and what he's accomplished. You know, I think being in our league and showing folks what he can do when he's healthy, I think that's enough for him almost, you know. But absolutely wants to play in the next level again and get that shot. But, you know, he doesn't have to prove anything to me. I know what he's done. So I think that, you know, he's at peace with that, which is good. But, you know, great human beings, too. They're all great, you know, young men, and just proud of what they've been able to accomplish and what they've done to help our success for me as a young head coach. A new head coach, you know, really come through that and really build that culture and core around guys like that. It's been helpful.
And this last question, is Canada a viable option for those guys? If not, because, I mean, you can be pretty good in that league. It's a pretty solid league, too.
Yeah, I think so. I know CFL's done some great things. They do have the opportunity. I think our league presents the opportunity that they want. You know, you talk about showcasing your talents, the platform we give them on national TV every week. You know, over 1 million viewers a game watching our games. We have the #1 fan base in St. Louis as well, 35,000+ every game if you're playing for us. It's a great space. You make decent money in the playing time and in those months you're playing, and now you can go do some other things, continue to train, whatever you're trying to pursue. So our space is great. I think that's where the space where you want to stay. And no knock on any other league. It's just this is, you know, you're here, family, friends, and the eyeballs you want is exactly what the UFL is all about. So I'm just, you know, grateful to be a head coach in that league and really be around the players that we have in our team.
Gotcha.